Which phone is more powerful, the iPhone 16 Pro Max or the Galaxy S25 Ultra? Well, in this video, we're going to figure out exactly which one is. And just to give you guys a refresher, the iPhone has the A18 Pro chip with 8GB of RAM, and the new Galaxy S25 Ultra has the Snapdragon 8 Elite with 12GB of RAM. And as always, we're going to start this test off with Geekbench 6 to stress test the CPUs to see how powerful each one is. So let's start this in 3, 2, 1. So as you guys probably already know, these are the newest devices from each company, with the iPhone 16 Pro Max coming out only a couple months ago and the Galaxy S25 Ultra coming out literally a couple weeks ago. So they're technically on the same product cycle, so this is as neck and neck as you possibly can get with these two devices. So as we can see from this test so far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max seems to be slightly ahead in the test compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but they're actually pretty dang close. And just like that, 4 minutes later, the iPhone is already done, with the Galaxy literally being seconds behind. And now taking a look at the Geekbench 6 scores, you can see in terms of multi-core, the Galaxy did beat the iPhone, which is the first time we've seen that in a while. But in terms of single core speed, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is still king. But now let's test the GPU, which we're going to test in 3D Mark. And we're going to start this test in 3, 2, 1. And just like that, the iPhone's already started before the Galaxy, but from looking at the preliminary frame rates, the Galaxy is significantly higher than the iPhone, with it getting over 39 FPS compared to the iPhone, which is in the low 30s to high 20s. And for me, just looking at the benchmark side by side on both devices, the Galaxy definitely seems to be running a whole lot smoother than the iPhone is in this case. And just like that, the iPhone finished first with the Galaxy right behind, and the score difference seems to be quite large, because as we could see from the test, the Galaxy scored 6,100 points compared to the iPhone, who only scored 4,500. And if I'm being completely honest, the iPhone is a lot hotter than the Galaxy is right now after running just one test. But since I'm talking about temperature, let's actually stress test these phones by running this benchmark a couple times. And when I mean a couple times, we're going to run the same test for 20 minutes. So now that the extreme test is over, we can see that the Galaxy still has the highest GPU score as well as the highest lowest score. But in terms of stability, the iPhone seems to be a little bit more stable, with it having a 69.8% stability rating instead of the Galaxy, which is only 60. And in terms of heat, both got pretty much the same temperature, as you can see from this video where I took it with my thermal imaging camera. So what does all this mean? Which phone is more powerful? Well, with the iPhone, in terms of the CPU, the single core is faster than the Galaxy, around 12.6% faster, but in terms of everything else, the Galaxy pretty much beats the iPhone, with its multi-core score being 12.6% better than the iPhones, and the GPU being a staggering 34.8% faster than the iPhones. So for the first time in a while, it seems that the Galaxy S25 Ultra with a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor is the more powerful of the two.